So they'll be calling you a radical. So 132,860. Let's do some statistical probability here. What's this statistical probability of a major nuclear disaster? That's 100%. Fukushima proved that. So as he holds the Oscar to the second, the greatest cover-up, the greatest denial, the greatest crime in human history. So stay with me. March 11th, 3/11, this infamous day. He holds that trophy for Oppenheimer. Those two incredible events. The bomb. Is that even possible? Once upon a time in Laurel Canyon, at the exact identical moment to the second 13 years of Fukushima, it was late in the evening in LA, the 10th. March 11th. Let's start. For the Ides of March are upon us. Tomorrow's the 14th. The Ides of March are only, we're only about 36 hours away. Less than that. The Ides of March are upon us. The wannabe Caesars, both of them, the old geezers. Don't say the F word. Don't talk about Fukushima, neither one of them. When they've been asked. You going to talk about Fukushima? Yeah. 1918, same old thing, 1918. Spanish flu. Why is it called Spanish flu? Spain was neutral. They're the only one that wasn't covering it up. The world was at a war. Soldiers coming back from the trenches. Was there a lot of biological weapons being used? Oh boy, by all sides. I always go back to Einstein's incredible work on that. Oh, fuck, he went psycho. His friend, who was using the gassing, one of his colleagues that he went to university with, the group, told him to his face that, well, no, this is good. It will speed up the war. Oh, fuck. Speed up the war. Einstein was aghast as they gas. My mom was a teacher. They worked at the Intermountain Indian School. Before that was the Bushnell Hospital. That's where they would bring them home. Right here in Brigham City. That's what happened to those soldiers. I mean, Google it, look it up. Whoa. So in Kansas, the first case of Spanish flu has been declared on March 11th. Okay. Fukushima happens, the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. 3 full court meltdowns, see no nuclear energy, speak no. The nuclear energy emperors have no clothes. What's that got to do with that? Everything. Who builds nuclear reactors on the fucking Ring of Fire? Think about it. What? We don't get fucking earthquakes on the Ring of Fire? Japan doesn't get major earthquakes? What the fuck? Oh, the one that happened in 2005 in fucking Indonesia. The earthquake of the century. Of the whole entire millennium. There'll never be another one like that. Till 6 years later, there was another one like that. Full blown out meltdown. And the only reason we know about Fukushima because it was a live cam, because activists like Kevin Blanch, and we fought for all those years. We knew what fuck that thing had accidents before. Multiple ones. One of them was on March 11th. What in 90? I'm not kidding you. 1999. Look it up. You don't believe me. Look it up. So what's the odds? Now, that pandemic, the Spanish flu of 1918, and then the next big pandemic globally is 2020. No. March Madness was declared on March 11th. Yeah, I was at the Jazz Arena that day. By coincidence, by the way. I was walking from a guy's office to meet a dude. Just walking. I remember walking by the billboard. I shot videos. They're out there. That was just a couple hours before the game was canceled, the Jazz game in Oklahoma, when they declared. That was March 11th. So let's do some statistical probability, kids. How many days are in the year? 364, right? Unless it's a leap year, then there's 365. Okay, 364. So any given day, any day in that set is a day. So for something randomly to happen that is 100 years later, or over 100 years later, 102 years later, to happen, I mean, what's the odds? So what is statistically that day? It could be any of the 364 days, right? I mean, here we are, we have a date. So we have 364 or 65, it's a leap year, random choices. So what's the odds of it landing on the same day? I mean, talk about playing Russian roulette. I don't think there's an empty chamber in this one. So how do we do that? 365 times 365. 364 times 364. It's that simple. So we have 364, so it's 1 in 364 probability. 1 in 365. Okay? The nuclear meltdowns at Fukushima, Japan, which is the biggest event, they're not all mutually exclusive. Okay? Or are they? So what's the odds of all three of them? So we have the 6th probability of 1 in 364 of them both being there. It's 1 in 364 is the odds, the statistical probability. Happening. Then that we go to 364 times 364 or 365. It's a leap year. What's that number? 1 in 320,860. So let's go put some money down on it. I said odds. Even if they're taking a 10% chap, I'll bet $1. Oh, here's your $320,860 back. We'll take 10% for the juice. I want you to look up in 1999 with Fukushima. Why does everything seem to happen? March Madness, March 11th. Now, I have my theories, and, I go off on my numbers, you know me. It is when winter changes to spring here in North America, Japan also, Europe also. I mean, it seems like everything always happens right then. March 10th, March 11th. They're such powerful times. It's when the winter is turning into the spring. It's such a change from that year is over to this year begins to, things are starting to sprout and grow and mating and being born. Fukushima happened on March 11th. Now think about this. And if you don't think that which came first, the nuclear egg or the nuclear chicken, which came first, the nuclear chicken or the nuclear egg? Pop, pop, oppy, drop, they never stopped. And I love all you people, give peace a chance, give peace a chance. Hello, where you been, Freebird Child? Where you been, Freebird Child? Where you going, Freebird Child? Where you been? I mean, I've been battling this my whole life. Fuck Fukushima, it's like you just ran. Bye-bye. Where the fuck you been? Anybody who ever tells you, I will quote Sister Snow. So I'm at the Megan Rice. Megan Rice breaks into Y12. And so I knew what they were up to. So I met Annika. I met her through Megan Rice in the Nevada test site. Been involved with those people my whole life. She goes in, writes her language in blood at Y12. Takes bolt cutter, snips in, one of the most guarded places in the world, more plutonium than any place on the earth. Okay. They break in, they do their thing. So, of course, she's arrested. They had to wait, no security. Finally, they get him. Y12, Y25, biggest load of plutonium on the face of the earth. So she does that post Fukushima to call attention. So they try her, Barry Antoinette Obama, who just slammed Aaron Swartz for a peaceful protest downloading the server, gives him 35 years. What? Hey, man, Ann Ortiz. So the night before the sentencing, she has good counsel. They put her in a holding cell to hold her for, that's built to hold 2 or 3 weeks. This is an 85-year-old peace activist. They won't let her out on bail. She has the money to bail out. They won't let her out. I'll quote her in the trial. I'm sitting right next to her. Evelyn Tucker, they yell, environmentalist, Dean at Yale's, holding one of my hands. The first ordained so-called Catholic woman priest holding my other hand. I helped write the freaking answers for the Kansas City 12 the night before at the potluck. Timothy, thank you for putting an 85-year-old nun, a peace activist, in a jail cell. And I want to thank you, Timothy, she would call the prosecutor. I'm sitting right here across from her. I want to thank you for putting an 85-year-old nun, peace activist, in a holding facility held to hold for 2 to 3 weeks for 2 to 3 years and turning down the heat to 50 degrees and nearly killing me. I want to thank you for that. For when I get out, I have something else to protest. The human warehousing of the human industrial prison complex. The night before in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, I almost got Sister Snow. It's a hierarchy, plowshares. I says, you're probably pissed at me because I had the whole field. Why is that, Kevin? I says, because you guys have always said we're okay with the technology, but we don't like the bomb. And I've thrown you under the bus so hard, it's unbelievable on that. Nuclear energy and the bomb are one and the same. They're the industrial war pig machine. Depleted uranium on Balco. She said, no, Kevin. No, we're not mad at you. You straightened us out. She looked right at me. She says, I believe you were sent by God. And hugged me. Anybody who ever tells you that I'm okay with the technology, nuclear energy, but I don't like the nuclear bomb is a fucking fool. Absolute fool. They're one and the fucking same. Pop, OAPI drop. So the odds of the greatest ecological... Einstein. Go back to his fucking work. Einstein was not just blocked from the Manhattan Project. They were going out. Why do you think he was living in fucking Princeton? He was afraid they're going to fucking kill him, the powers there be. He was a fierce, radical, anti-fucking nuclear. Fierce, long before the Manhattan Project. Fierce, anti-fucking war guy. Remember what he used to call war? He says, I'm a Quaker. He called war a disease. And he says anybody that participates in it is inflicted with the disease. He was radical. He was intense. You know, you want to, they spun him into being, just hung around hiring. Go read his real fucking peace work. He hated fucking Oppenheimer. So to think that nuclear bomb, the greatest ecological catastrophe in human fucking history, and they're going to tell you one at Chernobyl is more than 3 at fucking Fukushima. Okay, Winston, fucking becomes as natural as occupying a bird refuge. 3 full core mouths, most likely 4. Fucking 8 spent fuel pools, biggest load probably on the face of the earth. One of them. Blown to fucking smithereens, fucking blown to smithereens, fucking pushed into the Pacific Ocean, and then you're going to chalk it up. Dead tide pools at your feet. Fucking Kevin Blanchard does the greatest PhD in human history, fucking proves all this to you. And you're going to go on. Scientists are baffled, they're fucking mystified, they're fucking... they're bewildered. They're curious. They're alarmed. That's not science. That's fraud. That's fucking fraud. What's that? Let's party like it's 1999. You go fucking mix it in with some Bear Monsanto fucking Roundup. They're going to settle all those cases. Which is easier? Fucking settle all the cases or fucking paying off the fucking attorneys? Still poisonous. What is the statistical probability? Wow. So, are they mutually exclusive? No. I mean, here he is holding the Oscar for Strauss. And by the way, Strauss was right. Strauss said, interview after interview, he says, I did everything to prevent them dropping from that bomb. I moved out of the Manhattan Project. Fucking him and Oppenheimer, everybody hated Oppenheimer, including Einstein. They knew he was an arrogant, and he just wanted to be the big guy. He was going to drop him. And here's Stalin. Of course, Truman's going to fucking drop the war pigs, the fucking generals light up like witches at black masses. Stalin was going to take Japan. They knew that. They knew it. They'd been doing all that dirty work for all that long. He was just going to go. That's why they dropped him. They didn't have time to fucking surrender after the first one. Fucking, it wasn't even all that. What's the odds? He's standing there holding that, Downey Jr., getting his Oscar, his first one in Laurel Canyon, what there in Hollywood Hills and those Hollywood nights. At the exact moment, to the second, the greatest fucking nuclear disaster in human history, in the same place. Japan. Fukushima, I mean, whoa. What's the odds of Kevin Blanch, probably the greatest anti-nuclear activist who ever fucking lived? I don't eat, sleep, drink it. I sleep with my father, nuked to death in Nevada, Tennessee. He died later, but what's the odds in 2011 Fukushima's going to give you cancer, Fukushima's going to wipe out the tide pools, that I go into a bone marrow transplant? What's the odds I even get cancer that year? Boom. And I get a really radical form called AML de novo, which is unsurvivable. Just mows me. And I go into the bone marrow transplant center on 11/11/11. I remember when the doctor called me and says, you need to check it in. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, God, no. I remember thinking to myself, tomorrow's 11/11/11. 3 of them. What's the odds? Whoa. These statistical probability odds are so psycho off the fucking hook. It's staggering to even run your mind. I'm an old stats professor. Whoa. Fucking March Madness. Whoa. March 11th. What a day. It was actually, when it happened in Japan again, it was late in the evenings at Laurel Canyon. 9:45 Pacific time. Right as he's accepting that. And they're going to tell you, 1 at Chernobyl, 1 partial graphite core, new reactor, so I had no spent fuel pools. The 780,000 men entombed, which was nasty, horrific. They're going to tell you that's the greatest one. They didn't even use the word nuclear. It took Kevin Blanch a year and a half to convince anybody was even one man. I'm the only fucker on earth that was calling them full-blown out fucking meltdowns. The only fucker on earth. That's an art. And now they come out and said, anybody using the term full-blown out nuclear energy fucking nuclear meltdowns was being gone after. They were kettled. They were sequestered. They were vicious. I was slandered. While I'm in critical condition, they did that. They've come out and proved. I'm the only guy that was doing that. The only guy on earth. My 3 radio shows have run. Fuck, look what they've done to me in life. Look what they've done to me. I was right the whole time. Tried to warn the world. When here's Barack Obama standing on the White House fucking lawn on the 17th of, on St. Patrick's Day, 2011. The plume is coming over us. Scientists tell us it's safe. There's no need to take any precautions. And I will keep you in the know. I want the American public to know what I know, and I will keep you in the know. Did he? Did he? The exact same time Cheryl, no one's ever interviewed her. I've interviewed Alice McFarland right to her face. I've interviewed everybody. Mitt Romney, Mike Lee, freaking Governor Cox, Governor Herbert, Lisa Ling, Trump, Bernie, all these, Blake Moore, freaking all these people, every one of my politicians and lots of other people's politicians. What about Fukushima? Right to your face and posted it online. Alice McFarland, the NRC, the nuclear regulatory, fucking the crash redneck, right to their face and saying, hey, the only person that ever confronted any of them on the face of the planet, only one. Right here, Kevin Lynch. What's the odds of me going into a bone marrow transplant on 11/11, given 2 months to fucking live? Well, what's the odds of me being alive fucking 13 years later? Whoa, whoa, whoa. 320,860. That's what the odds of those 3 events happening on the exact same day. That's what they are. And we don't do coincidence in science, do we? That's a cop-out. In fact, that's fraud. We call those outliers. We run regressionary models through stats, don't we? Tide pools, crash, wasting disease, just coincidence, 2011. The Fukushima fires, the heat bubble. Fucking great fucking drought of the Western. I'm the guy that named it. The Western North American fucking heat bubble, heat dome. Before it happened. Blanche Stradamus for Hamlet and Cassandra got together. They had a baby. Oh, cursed spite that I was ever born to set this right. Fucking sweet are the uses of adversity. That be Shakespeare, boys. Fucking. I saw you dump some rue in my father's ear and then invited Tess say, I have some rue for you, and I have some for me. But you must wear yours with a difference. Country and Western version of Hamlet on Balco on chemo. I remember I got my Hamlet library card at the castle in Denmark. Went in there. I signed it. Son of Hamlet and Cassandra. You cannot make this story up. Probably the most accomplished fucking activist in modern history, Kevin Blanche. Maybe I can get 23 fucking views. Of course people aren't going to hang with me. They can't handle me. There's no way. There's no way. They ain't. They just don't have the strength for it. I mean, they can't handle the truth. They don't want the fucking truth. March 11th. Well, today's the 13th. Yeah. For the Ides of March upon us. Whoa. Whoa. Maybe you better settle your fucking debts real quick. Building nuclear reactors on the fucking ring of fire. You don't think that's malice from inception? Setting a scale on the NRC on nuclear disasters from 1 to 7. Who sets a scale from 1 to 7? Everybody always says malice from inception. TikTok, Diablo Canyon Clock, California. Who do you think got sent off for shut down? Without my cancer, with our fight, sent off never shuts down. Got the fucking dry cast into the dry cast containers. Flip your fucking soup can. Wow. This story gets crazier and crazier and crazier. I mean, he wins the Oscar, and I'm like, God, it's the night. I didn't watch it. I don't watch that shit. I just see the headline, and then I'm like, fuck, is that even possible? Well, the 5th anniversary was Nancy Reagan's fucking, I wanted to go talk to the astrologer. Remember Patty Davis was the anti-nuclear. Remember she took her clothes off, went into Playboy. For your eyes only. Huh. Wow. 320,860. That's the odds. Numbers. Whoa. 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 This journey and this path, this nuclear, as Albert Einstein called it, spooky science at a distance. Entanglement, right? Wow. Well, you can't make any of this up. You know, the greatest mental illness in human fucking history, the cover up, the denial of the Fukushima. And you're just going to chalk it up, everything that's happened. Here's the greatest ecological catastrophe happened on the Pacific Ocean to the whales, to the salmon, to the thing, all in symphony, correlated with the Fukushima meltdowns, and you're going to chalk it all up to coincidence. What's the odds? What's the odds? Holy fuck, what's the odds? Give peace a chance, you think? You think give peace a chance? Pop, pop, oh, I'll be dropped. They never stopped. Don't you cross that parallel and turn North Korea into a fucking living hell. Went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Kissinger in Cambodia. Kissinger in Cambodia. Kissinger in Cambodia. Herbert Hoover. Never in the history of mankind. Karen Silkwood. Kevin and Karen Silkwood. They tried to make a sequel out of me. Western Conium's right behind my house. Oh, Little Mountain, Utah. Pop, pop, oh, I'll be dropped. Don't you cross that parallel and turn North Korea into hell. Herbert Hoover. Never in the history of mankind has any nation, people, military, indiscretionally mass murdered women and children till now. Herbert Hoover, the United States, has done it. Herbert Hoover. August 7th, 1945. How about all my work at the Enola Gay Hangar? Holding paper cranes on Balco. Change the rules of engagement. What's the odds of that? He wins the award for that. For Strauss says he tried to block it and prevent it. Everybody did. Oppenheimer did it anyway. Baby never born, mother never pregnant. That was a communique in 1943 that came from Germany. They knew he didn't have it. They knew not to do it. Everybody backed out, including Leo. Everybody backed out. Except Teller and freaking Oppie. Truman. Truman got his merit badge. Oppie got his merit badge. All you pro-nukers got your merit badge. Popo Oppie dropped. They never stopped. Don't you cross that parallel and turn North Korea into hell. Okay. Went up to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Kissinger in Cambodia. Kissinger in Cambodia. Kissinger. We're done. Give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. Fucking JFK blown away. No, John Lennon blown away. What else do I have to say? Give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. We're done. We're done with fucking war. We took the streets. We protested. We fucking stopped. No more Vietnam. Nope. No more wars. Then the gift that keeps on giving. The gift that keeps on giving. Pop, pop, a loppy drop. They never stop. Don't you cross that parallel and go to North Korea and turn it into hell. Went out to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Fucking. They were Saudis. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Went off to Iraq to get Dick Cheney, fucking Paul Wolfowitz, Bremer and crew, a big old fucking sack. How many women and children were fucking mass murdered there? Oligarchs make it fucking rain in Ukraine. Huh, what's going on in Gaza? The Middle East of Eden. Fuck, pop, pop, oh, Oppie drop. They never fucking stopped. Give peace a chance. Fuck. Stop these fucking wars yesterday. In Iraq, I mean, excuse me. Fuck what we did in Iraq. Maybe Julian Assange, lock him up. He's just a reporter. He's not even an American citizen. Bradley Manning, Chelsea Manning fucking released that. The New York Times printed all that. Wow. Wow. The reason they don't let him go and extradite him to the United States, they